Hi guys, my name is Payton, and I'm here with my mom. And we're babying that chicken.
So this is Riley. This is
Yeah.
actually one of our more friendly chickens. She's about 4.5 months old. And today Payton would like to teach everyone how she bathes her chicken.
Yep.
So, Payton, do you remember what we need to bathe the chicken?
Towels and their soap.
Dawn dish soap, yep. That's safe for birds. We use that if there's like some really gooked up areas, which, I mean, honestly, this chicken was just bathed not too long ago. So she shouldn't have any of that. But sometimes your birds do get into some gook outside, and they do like to poop on each other, things like that. So to get the ones that are really stuck without hurting them by pulling out their feathers, you can use the Dawn dish soap and work it into the spot.
She has pooped.
You're also, that's why I have her sitting on a paper towel, honey.
Yep.
So have a dry towel ready for her, and then you want to blow dry that has a low setting on it because you don't want to overheat your chicken while you're blow drying it. And the reason that we blow dry these little babies is so that they don't catch a shiver. So it is winter time and they can very easily get cold. Now these birds have not actually gone outside yet. They are still inside.
What does this
But
make?
especially with chickens that go outside,
Like,
you don't want them to get too wet. So, Payton, let's get into bathing the chicken. I think she's ready anyway.
yeah.
So do you remember what I taught you about the first thing you do? You put your chicken in one sink.
Yeah.
And I apologize. These sinks look so filthy on the camera, which, I mean, they are, but it's not that they're filthy. They're just, like, scratched up, but I apologize for that. So we want to test the water in the opposite sink of the chicken, because if your water comes out too hot or too cold, you don't want to burn the chicken or make the chicken too cold. This is a little on the cool side, so we're just going to warm it up a little bit. And it can be tricky getting the water just right. Once you're confident that you have a good temperature, she's balanced. She's balanced. She's like, I'm out of here. Get back in there. Then you can move the water over to the sink with the bird in it. Okay?
Yeah.
Just kind of put the bird in the water. She'll understand what's going on here. Get her wet.
Yeah. Look at that.
Let the water just kind of run through her feathers. I mean, what, Sissy? You don't have to soak her though. Like, if there are spots that are fairly clean, you know, don't worry about getting them too wet. Go ahead, Sissy.
She got me. She was like, get
Yeah.
away.
Careful.
How can I move her to the water?
I like to go underneath her like this. It kind of makes her feel a little more safe. Just get her in the water.
I'm going to pull up my sleeves first.
And you want to check like around the talons, because those can collect debris and build up there underneath the beak here. Always be careful not to submerge the chicken's head in water. They have the little holes there on the top of their little beak.
Yeah.
We don't want water going into them. So just gently rubbing in the direction that the feathers grow. Good job, sis. Yep.
I'm going to rub it into her.
Yep.
I'm going to make it go.
Do you see any stubborn spots?
No.
Okay, well, just for the sake of showing people how to do it, let me see your hand.
I got wet.
Okay, so you just need literally a tiny, tiny, tiny little dab. There you go. Now, go ahead and I want you to act as if, okay, well, you can just wash her, I guess. Now, this isn't a general practice that I do. I don't generally wash them like this. Keep it away from her head, okay, honey? I only do that on stubborn spots, and what I would do is get the spot between the two fingers and gently rub in a circular motion, and that would help break it loose.
Stop. It's so wet that it even feels so funny.
Let's make sure all the bubbles are out. Now, the less time that they are being bathed, the better. I mean, you want to kind of get them in and out. This is, I would consider, a traumatic experience for them. Okay, so once we're ready to dry the chicken, we're going to move the water over to the other sink. Turn it off, again, so that we don't hurt the chicken. And as quickly as you can, get your bird into a towel. This was her little mess from before. You're okay, sweetheart.
She got me. How could she do that? And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her. And then you have to put it on her
Okay. And Peyton is going to help us dry her. Sorry, my hands are a bit torn up from bathing the duck last
You're
night.
not going to do that. You're not going to do it.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Do you need to scoot your chair a little closer?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on to the counter. There we go. Now, Peyton, do you remember how to blow dry? Do you remember what setting we use?
No, down or up? Middle?
Down.
Okay.
And that's because it's the low setting and we don't want to burn the chicken.
Now let me
Yep.
no,
Now don't hold the blow dryer in one place. You want to keep moving it around
Oh, stop.
pretty quickly. Let me just show you for 2 seconds, then you have to take over. Just really quickly, you want to move it back and forth. Don't hang out in one area too long because you'll warm her up too much. And what I like to do is actually kind of focus on one side at a time though, and keep the keep the towel against the bird on the other side to keep her warm. Don't do it in her face though, okay, honey? You don't want to take their breath away. Don't touch her with the blow dryer.
I forgot.
Yep, you want to keep a good distance from her because those ends can get hot. Now our blow dryer has an especially low setting, I would say. It's definitely not cold, it is warm, but the grate on the end of it does not get hot.
What?
Nope, you don't want to put your hand over the back, honey, because then it won't be able to pull it in. Now I can feel the bird shivering, so I'm going to step in and just help Peyton a little bit to speed this up. You can do it on high, but what you want to do is make sure that you are not holding it in one place, for sure. You want to move it very quickly, giving the bird a break.
I want to do that high.
Hold on, I'm just speeding this up a little bit. You're going to go back to low.
I want to go back to high.
I'm just getting rid of some of the wetness because she's developing a shiver. Now go back. Go ahead and do it on low
I want to do
now.
it on high.
Good girl. Keep it on low. That's right. You don't have to move as quickly with it on the low, and you want to be careful not to bump her. So just pay attention to what you're doing.
I'm going to go slowly so she can get warm. Like a blankie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get her eye.
Hold it back further.
I'm going to get her eye.
And once the chicken is completely dry, and I would check
I'm going to get her feet.
under the wings here, because that area will hold a lot of water. You know, make sure that these longer, the adult feathers, you want to make sure that those are dry too. And once you're confident that they're dry enough, you can put them back. If anybody has any recommendations as far as soap for birds, I would love to hear it. I've just always used Dawn because it works really well, and I know that it's safe for birds. But if you guys know a better soap, definitely let us know. Thank you. Peyton, say bye.
Bye. Like this video.